Hey, it's Jesse. Today on the show, you know him from King of Queens, AP Bio. He has a new special on Audible called Black Coffee and Ice Water. It's Patton Oswalt.
When I did the Side of the Bus Depends campaigns, I'm like, listen, there's a much bigger, one slice of the hexagon that we are putting together. This will all make sense.
This is Dinners on Me, and I'm your host, Jesse Tyler Ferguson. All right, I'm walking to Levant Bistro and Bake Shop in Echo Park to meet up with Patton. Patton's gluten-free, and everything at Levant is gluten-free. Everything from the employee snacks to the beer they serve. It's family-owned. They have a delicious Mediterranean menu. Think fresh herbs and roasted meats and colorful vegetables. It is the perfect place to bring my friend Patton and catch up. I haven't seen him in a while, so let's get to the conversation. So wait, you're gluten-free, right? For reals?
I mean, I try to avoid it as much as I can, yeah.
I did
Are you gluten-free?
Well, this is the thing. I did a very LA thing today.
Oh, no.
I went to a longevity doctor.
Mm-hmm.
You know.
Yeah.
I turned 50 last week. So Justin, my husband, had gone to this woman, and he's like, you should check her out. I think the Kardashians use her.
Well, say no more.
Say no more. Listen, I will go to whoever gives them a facelift. If there's a day when I need a facelift, I'm calling Kris Jenner.
Kim is 89 years old. She looks amazing.
89
and wow. Incredible. Yeah, I got to get this guy's number.
Yeah.
Is this like internal medicine or what is it?
It's an actual doctor.
Okay.
But she does do like supplements and like she evens you out. You know, we all have like these toxins and stuff. And anyway, one of the things she said to me, she's like, gluten is something that you really need to try and be careful about here.
Why? What does it do?
It's the gluten here in the States.
I saw something about that on Instagram. But somebody said the breads in Europe, you go over there and you don't get the weird.
That's right.
Yeah.
Because of the pesticides that they use on the wheat here.
Oh.
And that's what the problem is. And these pesticides they've literally banned in Europe.
Right.
So people who have not allergies, but sensitivities to gluten, then go to Europe and then they don't feel that anymore.
It's your evening.
Thank you.
It's not evening yet.
Wait a minute. What are we saying this is? Are we,
Oh
is this
God!
evening
Oh God!
I don't want to mess up the
constructive time.
I don't want to mess up the kayfabe here. What are we doing? Is it noon or?
I'm going off script.
All right. Any
do that.
specials we should know about?
Everything here is special. I know that you have a little bit of intolerance, or is it celiac?
I'm avoiding. Just gluten gets me really like. Ugh,
Yeah.
stuffed
Well, you
up.
get you get leakage.
I get leaky gut, and
Yeah.
I don't want to leak all over these floors.
And I prefer not to have to
Yeah.
clean that up later. So
Exactly.
yeah, we'll just keep all the gluten.
I'm not allowed in Panera's anymore.
Okay.
Some damage that I did. I would love to start with. I'll tell you what. I'm gonna get an English breakfast tea, 2 bags. I like it really bitter, and then with some honey.
Okay.
Yeah, that's what I'm doing.
I like
That's
my
what
tea
the
like
hell
I
I'm
like my
doing.
men.
Wait. Oh, bitter.
Bitter.
Oh,
Sweet.
with a little bit of honey.
A little bit of sweetness.
Huh?
You said heavy too.
And heavy.
And heavy.
Yeah.
Heavy. Definitely heavy. And 2 tea bags, if you know what I mean.
Jesse.
Listen.
I'm sorry, for our Audible listeners, we're trying to get the younger kids tuning in. For all of our
You have no control of this podcast.
kids, love talking about leaky gut and gluten
teabagging.
allergies. That's what Gen Z loves.
They have a term for
And
it.
teabagging. Yeah, I'm sure they do.
I'm gonna do a cortado, please,
Cortado?
with oat milk.
With oat milk?
Yes, thank you.
Wow.
We'll get those going. I'll give you a little more time. And I'll grab you some
and the
menus
menu.
for
Thank you.
food.
Yeah.
So welcome to Comedians Out of Their Cars Getting Coffee. We're very excited you tuned in. I'm here with Jesse Tyler Ferguson from Modern Family and many, many, many other things. What aren't you doing these days?
What am I not doing? I'm not doing. I really don't have a job other than this
Really?
right now. I just finished doing some stage work.
What were you doing?
I did a show at the National in London, and then I did Shakespeare in the Park in New York.
Wait a second. What was the show at the National?
Here We Are, the Stephen Sondheim musical.
Wait a minute.
With
What the fuck
Martha.
am I talking about? I saw you there. I was there.
You came to see it?
I was there in London. I was there with my wife, and we came over to London for like a week, and because we know Martha.
Yeah, I know you do. She married you.
And then after we hung out afterward, with you guys and the guy.
Wait, I was there?
You were, yeah, but I don't think you came backstage after. There was that little bar upstairs.
Yeah.
And we all went up there, and
Yeah.
Martha was boom. Martha is a freaking
Nothing's
Viking.
changed. No, you've known Martha for a very long time.
Very long time. Not as
Where
long
did-
as my wife and her were friends when they were 15.
Okay.
I met her.
'Cause I know she introduced you and Meredith. And then I didn't know she had married you.
Had a hand in it. What happens is Martha has these dinners where she has all these random people come over. She has like these salons. She likes to invite people over to have
I've been
them
to
all.
one of them, yeah.
Yeah, well, I was invited to one of them, and the day that it happened, I had to travel, and Meredith was also invited. And I wasn't able to go. And then Meredith posted, she was like, Martha, that was so much fun. And then she wrote, Pat, you missed the best fucking lasagna or something like that. And then I direct messaged her on Facebook. I was like, story of my life, was the lasagna that good? She goes, yeah. And then we just started talking. It wasn't flirty. It wasn't romantic. I just was like, oh my God, someone to talk to at the end of the day in the dark as you're going to sleep. This is amazing.
Yeah.
And we just texted for 3 months. We never spoke on the phone, never met, just long texts for 3 months. And then over that, it just sort of happened.
That's incredible.
Fell in love, like the way the Victorians used to do it.
Yeah, right?
Over letters.
Letter writing, yeah.
I fear I must confess something in this latest missive. But this was all this long text thread.
Wow.
Yeah.
What an incredible courtship that must have been.
It's insane.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, I know you were also coming off of, great personal tragedy at that
Yes.
time. Your wife, Michelle, had passed. I mean, talking through, what was the dating process? Obviously, it happened very organically, it sounds like.
Because I wasn't dating.
Right.
I wasn't looking to date. And when I started texting with Meredith, I wasn't going, oh, I'm going to hook up with this girl.
Right.
It was just like, she's really smart, and I'm just talking to, I was texting a lot. I had a lot of problems with anxiety being out in public at that time and being freaked out. So a lot of times I was just texting with friends, and she was this really intelligent, funny person that I could text with at the end of the day. And then it just all happened absolutely organically.
Yeah.
And that was it. And then it was also that thing of because I remember people, there are still some people who are like, well, that was really quick. But I've had other people who have lost spouses who are like, there's no schedule on the morning and someone said, if love happens, run towards it.
Right.
What are you doing?
Right.
And it also, it had something to do with, I was in my late 40s, she was in her mid 40s. When you get to that age, there isn't that, I still got to figure out, you're like, this person's cool. You're not great. Great. Let's just, yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Older people
You can
date and
afford
marry
that
way quicker.
That's
yeah.
right.
But when you're younger, it takes years.
You're encouraged to take years.
Yes, exactly. Yeah. Because I was at the point where I had this one dad at the school say, first you're going to feel like you'll be in despair forever. And you'll just go, I'll never feel joy or anything again. And then you'll get to a point where you're not in despair, but you won't feel anything. And you're going to feel like that's safety. You're going to feel like, well, at least I don't feel anything, and now you'll just exist. And then you'll feel joy and hope. Like the stuff you keep thinking you're not going to get to, you'll get to. But I was at a point for a long time where I'm like, just going to exist and just going to raise my daughter and protect her and make her life as best I can. So there was, but there was a lot of closing myself off and being very, almost like this weird, I don't want to say samurai because I don't have the physicality for that, but just this, my life is for my daughter and that's all I wanted to do.
Yeah.
That was it,
Have you looked?
I'm gonna place this in
Not
front of
yet. But I bet I could, I bet I can choose very quickly. Watch it. What's minutia? Is that like a flatbread?
you. Exactly, a little fluffier. Yeah, really nice, light, fluffy, flatbread pizza style. I'd give you a little overview of it real quick.
please.
So just to give you amongst the most popular, I'd say would be the short rib scramble, the egg pie, and the shashuka for breakfast. I know if you're looking for something more of a smorgasbord, the mezza sampler is nice if you want to try a few things.
The Lebanese egg pie, is that like a quiche?
Yeah.
I'm going to get that.
Yeah, that's fantastic. I think that's one of the most popular things. It's on the brunch menu right there.
I want a ground lamb situation, but I don't want a ton of gluten. I'm gonna try to do no gluten.
Lemagine will be that right there. It's like the
Okay.
ground grass.
I'm gonna do that.
I almost got the Mediterranean chicken. What
Those
would
are
be
my
a,
shareable ones, honestly. I literally just had those two yesterday.
the Lamborghini chicken are shareable?
Yeah, for sure.
You wanna get it?
You want
Let's
to
get
do
it.
those two?
Let's get it.
Let's do it.
Awesome. We'll
And the egg. I got to try the egg pie.
Excellent.
Very intriguing.
Get that going for you.
Thank you.
I mean, you have a very funny bit in your new comedy special, the black coffee and ice water, which is great, by the way.
Available on Audible November 20th. You can download it. Pre-download it now, and available on November 20th, Thursday, November 20th on Audible.
That was sloppy.
I know, that was yikes. It was almost like it looked like I had a seizure. It's gonna be come out. You get it on the thing on your computer.
And I think we got it. Fantastic.
So it'll be out by the
Well,
time.
no, I think we need to use that. I think we need to use that
Use
sloppy
that
version.
too. Yeah, that's awesome. Anyway.
It is out now when this comes out.
Yes.
It's available now on Audible. But you have a very funny bit about AI and
Oh, God.
how AI tends to go racist, which is a thing that actually
Yes.
there are people whose job it is to steer AI away from being racist.
Yes. It's insane how, and they talk about it so casually. Yeah, sometimes it goes racist. You're like, wait, this thing can launch nukes. Like,
Yeah.
that should be a huge, oh no, we just try to guide it back. And then you realize they're letting it go on the internet. Oh, well, why are you giving the baby a gun? What's wrong with you?
Yeah.
So that gets, I mean, again, sometimes we get ahead of ourselves with the technology, or we use it for the wrong things. AI would be fantastic if it was being used to work out, waste treatment plants or diagnose stuff. But it shouldn't be doing our art or making our movies. We were supposed to invent AI.
It can write best man speeches. I'm okay with it doing that.
Maybe, yeah.
For some people, it's
Okay,
necessary.
yeah. And by the way, before there was AI, there were professional letter writers that you
That's
could
right.
hire to. Yeah, but what I'm saying is, I thought it was going to free us up so we could make more movies and make more art on our own, rather than type into a search bar, really cool painting, cool abstract painting about despair. Like, no, that should be a human doing that.
Yeah.
In all of its imperfection. Like, one of the things that I remember John Ford, there's this great quote by John Ford. They were shooting out in Monument Valley, and a massive dust storm came in, and they're like, we can't shoot anything. And he goes, no, we can shoot a human face. That's the most interesting thing on the planet. No one never doesn't, but all the AI stuff, that doesn't make you stop and look at it, because it's so not, no matter what you do, it's not human.
Yeah.
And it never will be.
Yeah.
I want the imperfection. Now we can have stars that never age. No, I want them, because then they get different, even more amazing performances. Why would you change it?
Yeah, I know.
Anyway.
I know. I'm with you. Although I am going to go to Kris Jenner's plastic surgeon at some point. I'm not taking that back.
That you're getting.
At some point, we're going to need to do that.
But at least, okay, I can't believe I'm defending plastic surgery. At least plastic surgery is still, you're manipulating the human skull and face, and it's
That's
another
right.
human doing it. It's not this weird. This is how insane we are right now.
I know.
I like the way people age. Don't forsake the ripening. Ripening.
Yeah.
So.
No, listen, I'm enjoying the way I'm aging. You talk about your daughter in special a bit, and she sounds absolutely hilarious.
Yeah.
I mean, you were talking about how she's maybe a little worldly in certain ways because she's been through things. But
Oh, yeah.
I mean, do you think that? I mean, obviously, she's hilarious because she lives with you. But I mean, what kind of person do you think she's growing up to be? I mean, she sounds absolutely hilarious.
Yeah,
these stories about you watching horror movies with her are fantastic.
Yeah, epigenetically, she got my humor. She got Michelle's skepticism and rationality, and then in a nurture way, she got Meredith's kindness and wisdom. So she's really got the combination of all three. I want to be very careful that doesn't turn into cynicism for cool, But what's great is, for as many things as she is cynical about, when I show her the original Halloween,
She's poking holes in it. Yeah.
well, she's like, she just called the cops. The guy's standing, he's not moving. He's in her back. I don't know why she's not calling the cops. But then she also gets very passionate and excited about things, and that always feels amazing. When you still see them get excited, Chappell Roan and Phoebe Bridgers, like not just them as singers and celebrities, but like really goes deep into their lyrics and loses herself in their lyrics the same way that I would lose myself in an REM album or a Pixies album. Like, oh, good, she still has that. Nothing makes me happier than when she's reading a really good book, like something she's really into, you got to say her name a couple times to get her out of it.
Yeah.
Like, oh, she's in that world.
Yeah, that's cool.
So she hasn't lost that capacity yet. So that I want to like really, really defend that. I want to defend the daydreaming and defend the detaching from reality, because that's going to serve her better in life.
Yeah.
This is just compliments of the chef here. This is going to be a roasted carrot and our falafel on a cucumber sauce.
Oh, man.
Try not to interfere with the audio.
Oh, yes, please. That's the most important thing on this table.
Yeah.
Yeah, that microphone.
Enjoy, y'all.
So scared of them.
Yeah, I know.
No, I mean, Beckett is very into books right now, and that's I'm hoping to God that's something that continues.
But I don't want to be. I don't want to be the jock version of the nerd dad where I'm like, you're going to sit down and watch all the Star Wars movies.
Right.
I showed her the first Star Wars, and she was like, yeah, it didn't grab her. And so I'm like, okay.
Did that hurt you?
I mean, listen, no, because there were things my dad tried to get me into that I was like,
Yeah.
Whatever's their realm is their realm.
It was fun to listen to your special because I did one of my early plays in New York at the Minetta Lane Theater.
You did?
Yeah.
Wait a minute. That's a really small space.
Such a small space.
What was the play?
This is what I was going to tell you. When I was listening to your special, it sounds like you're performing for an auditorium. I was like, I've never heard that theater sound so full.
It was, all the shows were sold out, but I think one of the reasons it sounds so good, and I'm telling this to all comedians out there, all I did was record an album. It wasn't being filmed.
Right.
And midway through my first, so I did 4 shows and we cut them together. And midway between the first one, I was like, wait, I'm not even, it made me so much freer and looser. And I think that energy came back from the crowd even more. Because now I'm making the kind of album that I grew up on.
Yeah.
And I know what this language is. And it felt amazing. And I'm trying to experiment with, can I just put out albums? That's so much more fun. It's such a better medium for comedy than, well, you got to have a huge arena and you got to be lit. Like that, that should not be any part of comedy. What was the play you did at the Minetta Lane Theater, your first play?
It's called The Most Fabulous Story Ever Told. It was a Paul Rudnick play.
Oh, yeah?
I did it with Lea DeLaria.
I love Lea. I used to know Lea back in San Francisco, and we would get confused for each other all the time.
I was gonna ask if that because one of my favorite scenes I remember so vividly on King of Queens is when you were mistaken for a lesbian and you find yourself out on a date with a woman who thinks you're a lesbian, and she asks if you want to freshen up your lipstick. So good.
Yeah. They also had this great scene where
God.
There was one episode where I'm dating a gay guy because I've been dumped, and I go, I just want someone to make a move on me so I can turn them down.
Oh my God.
And then he won't make a move on me, and it's trying. So I'm like, Deacon's like, what's your end game on this? Like how? It's like I just want him to hit on me.
That's really funny.
But Leah's
that show actually, it really held up well, King of Queens.
Yes.
I was watching some of those episodes that, I mean, that show started in the early, 2002?
Late 90s.
Late
98.
90s, yeah.
And Kevin James is such a natural, especially because he's should be this big, galumphing guy, and he can act like that, but he also has this amazing center of balance and nimbleness that like a Jackie Gleason has, or where it just, his physicality is incredible.
Yeah.
And he can do so much with the tiniest little gestures. It's a really good clinic of here's how you can make sitcom acting look very, very natural.
Yeah.
How he and Lea would, deal with each other. And then you throw Jerry Stiller in there.
I mean, what an incredible thing to see you work with that man. I mean, my God, what a genius.
Almost to the detriment of the show, because there were certain lines he could get a laugh with that weren't the punchline. Like the way he could enter a room and go, "Hello, Douglas," that would get a laugh, and it would throw the rhythm because everything he said was funny. So it's like watching this weird comedy Jedi master. Like everything you do gets a laugh. How are you doing that? How is that working?
I don't Neil sort of the same way on Modern Family. I don't know. Did you get to work with him when you did our show?
I never got to do a scene with him, but I've met him a bunch of times. He's another one of those just natural.
He could say anything and it would get a bigger laugh than all of us jumping around, like, jumping through hoops trying to get a joke to work. And he would just deadpan something and people would be laughing for like 30 minutes and not be able to control themselves and to completely stop working. We have these group texts with our entire cast and like...
Oh, really?
Yeah, we have one with the entire cast and we have one with just the adults. And sometimes we'll be talking about something for like 3 days and people are chiming in.
Oh, yeah.
And finally Ed will like chime in on like day 4 with like just one word that like just
boom,
punctuates the whole thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, the stuff that you guys got to do on the episode of Modern Family that I'm in, you basically
classic.
But you recreate a screwball comedy the way all
Las
the
Vegas
hallways
episode.
and the doors. It's amazing.
That's one of my personal favorite episodes, the Las Vegas episode.
Yeah.
We also were so blessed with. I mean, we had such incredible guest stars. In that one episode, we have Fred Armisen, Stephen Merchant, you. It was just an embarrassment of riches.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was wild.
And then the cast are all ringers. That whole cast.
Well, Eric is, hit or miss.
The scene, by the way, where you guys drop Lily off at preschool and you're like, no, listen, it's going to be a little weird because bye, and then just runs in.
She runs into a pole.
Yeah, but also she's like, no, I'm actually not. You're the one who's actually upset. I'm cool.
Yeah, which is so real.
I had that moment with my daughter. First day we went to preschool, she's clinging to me and she's crying, and literally day 2, like I pull up and she just ran out of the car. I was like, wait. You're supposed to be crying.
Yeah. Beckett started kindergarten when I was still doing Shakespeare in the Park this summer.
Oh, really?
And so I wasn't down. I didn't have the morning routine down. And Justin said, okay, today's drop Beckett off to school. He gave me all the instructions, how to get into the gate and like which circle to drop him off in. And I wasn't prepared for him to open up the door and just walk out and like walk to class by himself, and seeing his little body walk away with this huge backpack on his back, I started crying. And
I got really upset.
Oh, it was too much for me. I wasn't
prepared.
prepared.
She'd be holding my hand.
Yeah.
We walked in, she goes, stay for a while, and she was gone.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, it killed me.
The independence. That scene in I saw a father do this at a speech at his daughter's wedding. At his son's wedding that I went to, but it's from the movie Finding Nemo, when at the end it's like, you've got to let your kids go and have an adventure.
Yeah.
Like there's a moment in your life where they're going to run off with their friends and you want to give me just one more day of them the way they were. And like, no, you have to let them, and it, oh my God.
It's crazy. I saw that movie, obviously. I saw Finding Nemo when it first came out, and like I loved it, and I thought it was a great film, and it was sad and made me feel things. But seeing that as a father now, like, it just destroys me. When my kids were young and I was working and having to like leave them for even just like a week or so, it was really hard on me. And people kept saying, "They're never gonna remember. They're never gonna remember." But it's like, I'm gonna remember. It's more about me.
Yep. And
perception. I don't want the society to look down upon me.
On God, society. You got to try a bite of this. I'm going to.
This is delicious.
Yes,
Do you want the lamb?
Let's switch.
Okay.
And I'm also going to try the lamb as well. But that is amazing. And let me take my silverware back, because I stupidly gave that to you.
Yeah. Have you gotten roped into doing things that you really just don't want to do with her? Like, were you?
Things I don't want to do. I mean, look, anything that I get to actually go with her to do is never like, oh my God, I've been roped into, like, oh, I get to hang out with her. This is awesome. Like,
I love
She's
Taylor
now-
Swift, but I saw a lot of dads at the Taylor Swift concert who were like, I don't know if this is where I want to be right now. Now, that being said, by the end of the concert, they were like, oh, I get it.
Yeah. I will always, whenever we drive around, she'll plug in her phone and play her music. And it's really great because I get an insight into what is landing with her and what, you know what I mean? Like, my parents were like, that's crap. I don't want to hear it. I'm like, well, even maybe this is crap, but this is landing for some reason. Don't you want to know what that is?
Yeah.
So when she plays, and luckily the stuff she plays is fantastic. And then some of Taylor Swift's lyrics are incredible.
She's my favorite.
But I wish I'd had lyrics like that growing up. It would have saved me a lot of hassle with what I had to go through as a teenager. You know what I mean? Because she's very, some of those lyrics are amazing. Yeah. And especially Phoebe Bridgers and Chappell. Just incredible lyricists.
Oh, when I went to Taylor's concert, Phoebe Bridgers opened for her. And so afterwards, she joined us in our little area to watch the Taylor Swift concert. And she, not only that, but she's lovely. She's a lovely person.
We met her at my daughter and I, and the wife went to the season premiere of Only Murders in the Building last year. And Chappell was at the after party and was so nice and took a picture with Alice, and Alice was like freaking out. You know, just seems like a very, very cool person who has an overall vision for their art rather than I'm chasing what my manager or what the algorithm just told me to do. They're gonna go through some bumpy things, much like all great artists do. I'm like, well, just do this thing again. She goes, I'm going this way. And you won't see the whole scope of it till much later.
Right.
You know, it's like when Springsteen did Nebraska or even Darkness on the Edge of Town. It was like, what the hell are you doing? It's like, there's a much bigger project going on here that you can't see right now.
Arc. You're at the bottom of the hill.
You're too close to it. It's actually way bigger.
I did a commercial for an oven called Tavola, and I told my team, I was like, look, this is just one brick in the bigger arc. No, you don't see what I'm doing here, but this is. I know where this is going.
When I did the side of the bus depends campaigns, I'm like, listen, there's a much bigger. This is one slice of the hexagon that we are putting together. This will all make sense.
When I was going around Times Square in the Wienermobile, I was like, listen, gang. Oh, that's another story I love so much in your special.
The Peanut Mobile?
The Peanut Mobile.
Peanut car? Oh, God. The Nutmobile.
Oh, my God. The Planter's Nutmobile.
I got offered a ride from the Nutmobile, and I don't want to spoil the end of the story, but let's just say I egoed and hubrised my way out of it and paid a
hefty,
terrible price.
Yeah, the universe punished you.
I hate that phrase. Oh, the universe, but that is an example of the universe going.
Punished you.
We got to show him something here. Let's just let him. He'll curse the lesson, but he'll bless the knowledge.
Yes, that's such a great story.
I remember. Okay, I'm not going to name any names in this, but this is a very. Hang on. Can I get through this without naming names? Yes, I can.
Try. It's too good.
So at our daughter's preschool, there was a very famous woman. Won't say what she does. Who had a very famous musician husband, and so I would do parking like most mornings. So I would say hi to everybody. Hey, how's it going? And I would see her and her husband. Like, what's going on? It's like, well, and they were always just great, and their daughters were amazing, and it was just really, really sweet. But then one time, so I was unloading him, and I was like, so what's going on? They're like, well, I'm in a really good mood. There was this one songwriter that I didn't think was going to give him a song for his album, and she's going to do it. But I'm going over to the studio right now because he is so in his head. I'm going to make sure he shakes her hand and gives her a hug and thanks her because I know he won't. Like, I'm going to make sure he thank you for doing this. So I heard that part of the story. Months go by, and there's a birthday party. One of the kids, so we all go to this birthday party. So it's September in LA, so it's 900 degrees, and we're all sitting on the curb waiting for these pass vans to take some, just roasting. Parents are just roasting.
Yeah.
And I look across the street, and there's a couple of cars with like telephoto lenses, and I look at her. I go, hey. She goes, yeah, it's the Pops. They just follow me everywhere. They just take pictures. I'm not doing anything. They won't be able to use this. I'm just sitting on a freaking curb, like. Then a few more months goes by. Then I'm at the newsstand, and there's a thing on the cover of either like In Touch or Star about their divorce, their impending divorce. And it was Mystery Woman, and it's the guy hugging this songwriter, this female songwriter, and you can tell it was cropped. Like clearly, the wife was also there, like fucking give her a hug.
Yeah.
And then there's another picture, and then she's devastated, and it's her sitting on this curb, looking so sad, and you can literally see my elbow, like where they crop me out. So they can take these photos and do any story they want with them.
Yeah.
And then for every time I would see them, I'm like, so sorry about the divorce, guys. You're like, oh yeah, it's been a nightmare. The whole, like, can you believe he had an affair with me? I mean, with that girl, right? And I feel bad for making him do it. I mean, they cut me out of the picture. Like, it was insane.
Right. Oh my God, if they had just cropped that differently, you could have been the other man.
God damn it, that would have helped my career. Now, when you did Shakespeare in the Park, you did it recently?
Yeah.
This past season?
Yes, yeah.
How many plays and how many days did you do? Because I heard it's like boot camp for Shakespeare. You just go to
it's
the
just
plays?
one play. It's just one play. Other summers they've done 2 plays, but it's like one in June and then one in August. I did Twelfth Night with a great cast: Peter Dinklage and Sandra Oh, Lupita Nyong'o.
Jesus.
Yeah, it was great.
That's wow.
Yeah, no, it's there was another one. I had done it years ago. I did Merchant of Venice and Winter's Tale, and Merchant of Venice was Al Pacino and Lily Rabe. And
Well,
then
he's obsessed with the Merchant of Venice and Richard
loves
III.
them,
Those are his two, just obsessed with them.
Yeah, I mean, he did the film of Merchant. Well, this is the cool thing about Al Pacino is he had already done the film version of Merchant of Venice,
right?
And then he was doing this version in the park, and he treated it like it was something he'd never seen before. He really reinvestigated it. I was shocked at how he really took the play and the role down to the studs and rebuilt it. It's a very accurate and honest interpretation or display of what happens in a rehearsal room.
Yep.
You have to have those moments, and that's why the rehearsal space is such a sacred space, and why normally cameras are not allowed into.
That's what was and you could sense some of that tension of like,
yes,
all of this sausage making is not supposed to be on display. This is gross, and nobody wants to see this. Or that's not true. Everybody wants to see it.
Everyone
but they
wants
don't
to
want
see
to. They don't want to show that to anybody.
Yeah, someone showed me a video of Meryl Streep talking about rehearsing for Shakespeare in the Park. She also did a lot of Shakespeare in the Park.
The footage of her and Raul Julia is incredible.
Incredible. But Meryl says, Meryl, I don't know this woman I've met her. Meryl Streep.
I will tell you my Meryl Streep story in a second.
Please do.
Yeah.
She says, in those moments of rehearsal, you feel like the worst actor in the world. And even hearing her say that, because I imagine watching her work, you just be like, well, that's brilliant, that's brilliant, that's brilliant.
Yeah, she knows.
But, you feel, it doesn't matter what people perceive as, you feel like you're just terrible.
Yeah. The people don't see you building it from the ground up.
Yeah. That's right.
Yeah. When when my daughter met Chappell Roan at that after party, so we're at the after party, we're all hanging, it's on the Paramount lot, and she comes up and says, Chappell Roan is here. Oh my God. So I weaved through the crowd, and I was able to approach her, and I got the thing. And Meredith, my wife, her mom was like, just calm down, it's okay, and then we looked over, and then once we got Alice squared away, we looked over, and Meryl was sitting on a couch.
Yeah.
And I've met her a few times, but my wife was like, Meryl Streep is here.
Yeah.
And I had to, so then I went over. I was like the agent for both my daughter and, you want to meet Chappell? I'll get you good with Chappell. You want to meet Meryl? I know, I'll get you. And then they just talk, Meryl and my wife just talk like two college roommates. She's just the most chill, easy.
So easy.
Yeah. Just totally having her drink, and they're talking about acting and, But it was amazing to see Meredith go from the mom mode, we will get the picture, let's all be calm here, to literally
freaking out.
Streep is here.
Are you still enjoying everything a little bit?
This is great.
This is incredible.
Oh my God.
Do you want to take anything home? You are going to get... Are you gonna get pancakes?
Can I get the pancakes
we
to go?
We bespoke your wife's pancakes.
Oh,
Damn.
nice. You've already been delivered.
I'll get this wrapped up as well. 'Cause
That's
this was
so
insane.
good. Yeah.
Unless
You
you
just-
wanted some of this.
You would just combo
Take it.
pack into one box?
No,
Take it
there's
one
just
thing?
this.
Just that
Yeah.
one? All right, you
How
got
is
it.
that gluten-free?
Yeah, how
I-
is that gluten-free?
Is it-
It's amazing.
'Cause that was-
isn't it? It's
usually
so good. It's so
gluten-free
fluffy.
tastes so
There's
freaking
It
nothing-
tastes like a cauliflower
This is-
cracker.
Yeah,
Right.
it's really amazing, honestly.
But it's
super
chewy.
fluffy, chewy.
It's like pillowy.
So do you want to just take the next couple months off? Or do you have something, or are you looking at a theater thing, or
I'm looking at a theater thing.
you want to do a theater thing?
I'm
Here in
looking-
LA or New York?
I'm kind of open to anything. I have bought the rights to this play called True about Truman Capote.
Wait a minute. Yeah, the one that
Robert Morse did.
Robert Morse did.
He did it in the 80s in New York. It hasn't been done since then. And I did a reading
Really?
of it in Morocco, of all places,
All right.
as a benefit for my friend Rob Ashford. And it went really well. And so we're looking at doing something with that play. Yeah, it's a really interesting play. It's quite a beast to do. When I did it before, it was a reading, so I held the script. And, it's a 40-page monologue, basically. So I'm looking for things
No
that
intermissions,
scare
no
me.
act break?
There is an intermission act break in the original, but I want to cut it a little bit and do
Yeah.
it straight through as a 90-minute play.
Wow.
So that's what I'm kind
Wow.
of working at right now.
That's fascinating. Yeah, Truman Capote was a fascinating, had all this genius, but also because he came from the American South. This is my theory on him. I feel
Right,
like
Mary.
because he came from the South, the American South beats the whole planet in terms of great literature because of trauma, alcoholism, and then second place is
Yeah.
Russia, and third place is Ireland. If you're talking about literature, but I just feel
buy
like
that.
he couldn't get over that weird myth of, but a genius is self-destructive. And that is part, in other words, he almost had that worked into his career arc that now I got to have my self-destructive part.
Yeah, yeah. It's a very interesting observation on people who surround themselves with artists.
Mm-hmm.
And you kind of touch on it actually in your special a little bit about people who are super wealthy and being jealous of those who don't make as much money but are way more interesting.
Yes, and are more interested in life.
Yes.
They have nothing that they're passionate about,
Yeah.
and it drives them nuts.
And so he sort of has the same observation about some of these people who he surrounded himself with, that kept him around because he was so interesting and had such passion.
Because they can show off, and they collect
That's
people
right.
around them.
Yeah.
Well, we went out on our yacht, and Mick Jagger came along.
Right.
You realize, Mick Jagger is just an appendage for their cocktail party story.
Yeah, that's right.
They don't actually care about it. Yeah,
right.
I remember there's a guy, I was at a party, and this guy had this insanely expensive sound system. And he was really showing it off. Like, each of these speakers is worth $250,000. They're handmade and with these special tubes and stuff. And then the turntable is balanced like in the Swiss lab. Like, it was this crazy expensive sound system. But I looked at the record collection underneath it in the shelf. Best of Blondie, best of the Eagles, best of U2. It was just like, there isn't Toys
no
in the Attic
appreciation for
or
it.
Court and Spark or some album that really landed with him.
Right.
It's best of. I got the best of all of this
Yeah.
stuff.
Yeah.
So you're like, because I have the most expensive system, so I
Right.
have to have the best music.
Right.
But did any of this music mean anything? Like,
There's no emotional resonance with any
no,
of it. Yeah.
no,
Yeah.
yeah. Thanks for having me on, man.
Thanks for saying yes to
and
this.
thanks for introducing me to this place.
It's very good.
Love this.
I
gotta
you
come
won't
back
have
for
your leaky
breakfast, 'cause
gut.
that-
This will help your leaky gut.
And I have no leakage.
no
sir.
leaky
Yes.
gut
No
today.
leakage.
Next week on Dinner's on Me, you know her from Varsity Blues, Heroes, and most recently as Angela on the Paramount Plus series Landman. It's Ali Larder. We'll get into her fascinating acting origin story that involves a fake magazine cover, working alongside Billy Bob Thornton, and what made her want to leave LA for the Midwest.